Doubt about it.
We have lots of stuff going on, though. Right now, we have Morgan's Funeral Home, which is here today. And this is kind of a neat thing that they have going on, Pastor Appreciation. But we want to welcome Mr. Brian here. And, of course, I already mentioned Rick a couple of times. I pick on him a little bit, I guess.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. We're glad you are here. And, of course, we were talking earlier, Brian, pastor appreciation. It's so important what our pastors do for our community. They're on call 24 hours a day. They're making hospital visits. They're visiting homes when tragedy strikes, people that are ill. And this is a wonderful way that Morgan's Funeral Home has come together to thank our pastors. Tell us more about it and how the idea came about.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's easy to think about pastors just working a couple days a week, but, like you mentioned, there's so much that they do behind the scenes, visiting house calls, going to hospitals, being with families in need and so forth. And in our line of work, we obviously deal with families during a time of loss, and we're very involved with the family during the duration that they're with us. But, right beside them, a lot of times we see the pastors and the ministers that are involved in their life or their loved one's life. They're supporting them through that walk as well. And so this is something that Jen and I and Rick had talked about a while back. When we came to town, we wanted to do something just to kind of introduce ourselves to the ministers. But we've been here for 3.5 years now, and we wanted to still do something just to say thank you for the collaboration that they give to us, but also to what they provide to the families in their time of loss. And so we just wanted to bring them out to a lunch that we're going to provide and be able to say thank you for what they do.
Well, a lot of times that's the one person, when something like that is going on, your pastor, a lot of times when he walks through the door, can be the most comforting thing in the world. And a lot of times he's about the only one that's going to give you a whole lot of comfort at that moment.
Definitely.
Tell us about where your location is for your lunch and how it came about and how it works.
We're going to have it at Majestic House this Thursday. We're going to start things at 11 o'clock. It is kind of a come and go as you please, but we'd love for all the ministers, both active and those in the past, that have served families, in whatever capacity, whether that was as a youth pastor, as a head pastor, those that serve families and have spoken at funeral services. We'd love for them to come, 11 o'clock, Majestic House, this Thursday, June 20th, and we're going to provide lunch for them. We'll get up and just speak for a few minutes just to show our appreciation, but we wanted to make sure we had a chance to spend some food and fellowship with them.
Well, and for those of you just tuning in this morning, of course, this is Brian Wainer from Morgan's Funeral Home, and we're glad to have him this morning. He's talking to you about the Pastor Appreciation Dinner, which I think is pretty neat. And I think that's really nice of you guys to recognize them. I really do.
You really can't do enough because, as we mentioned, they never know, pastors, when they're going to get called out, when a tragedy is going to strike a family. And they just go, and go. And what a wonderful way that Morgan's Funeral Home can say thank you and let them know that they are appreciated and they are valued in this community. They hold our community, they truly hold it together.
Most definitely. And that's one of the reasons we want to mention it over the radio is you say they go, and there's so many of them we've already talked to that aren't even available to come, but we just don't want to not get the word out, and we've tried a couple different avenues for them, but just a reminder, any and all ministers in Lyon, Caldwell County, we would love to have them come join us for lunch. So
fantastic. And again, that is this Thursday. Give the time again.
This Thursday, 11 o'clock at Majestic House.
If the pastors out there are listening and they say, well, I didn't make a reservation, this is something they can just drop by and say hello and
not a problem.
Not a problem.
Yep.
If nothing else, it's a great way for them to fellowship
Sure.
and come together, and they don't get that very often. So that's really nice.
It's excellent.
Yep, you got it.
As far as Morgan's Funeral Home, things on the horizon with Morgan's as we look down the road. I know you do some other things here in the community, and of course we want to remind folks that Morgan's Funeral Home has been serving this community for a very long time.
Yeah, we appreciate the opportunity that the families trust us with, and we had a life planning seminar a few months back earlier in the year. We have Morgan's Funeral Home here in Princeton, as well as Lakeland Funeral Home in Eddyville. So those who may have heard about that in the past that were not able to make it, we're going to have another one coming up in the early fall down in Eddyville, and then we'll have another one here probably first of the year, at the end of the year, that kind of time frame. And of course, we'll have our annual service of remembrance, opportunity for those who have lost. Grief is not something that you just have a funeral and it's done with. It's something that you continue to live with each and every day. And so we try to have an annual service of remembrance closer to Thanksgiving time, an opportunity for those to come and remember their loved one leading into the holidays. So
that is a nice event. And first annual Pastor Appreciation from Morgan's Funeral Home. And that is this coming Thursday, 11 o'clock at Majestic House. And Morgan's Funeral Home invites all area pastors that serve our area to come by, say hello, fellowship, and grab some lunch. So thank you so much. What a nice event. We certainly appreciate you being here.
We appreciate you having us.
Thanks
all right.
for having us.
Rick Morgan and Brian Wainer, thank you so much. And Tess, we've got a great show. A lot of folks standing by to come in and visit with us here on Coffee Talk this morning at 8:09 on WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Health First Community Health Center.
It's time for the Western Kentucky State Fair, and it's bigger and better than ever. The fair opens Friday night, June 21st, with Pickin' in the Pits with the Justin Reynolds Band. There'll be pageants, demo derby, petting farms, antique tractor pulls, a ranch rodeo, go-kart races, lawn tractor pulls. The Clydesdale horses are coming, farm stock tractor pulls, the WKDZ Barn Bash, wrestling, and of course, rides by Drew Exposition, and lots of great food. Find out more at westernkystatefair.org.
Time to take a look at community news here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. This morning's community news is brought to you by Community Medical Clinic.
WPKY and PACS are asking for your help. With the temperatures rising in our area, the elderly are not always prepared for the heat. Through the month of June, drop off a fan at our WPKY studios Monday through Friday for distribution to the elderly in our area that need it the most, just in time for the heat wave. Neighbors helping neighbors with PACS and 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Fredonia First Baptist Church free meal for all community fellowship held this Thursday from 6 to 7:30 at the ballpark in Fredonia. Everyone is welcome and the meal is free.
Call ahead and beat the line at the blood drive this Friday at Cash Express in Princeton. With the summer vacation season in full swing, blood donations are always needed. Sign up today at Cash Express or call ahead 270-365-1708.
Green Grove Baptist Church in Providence invites everyone to join them for the Old Paths in concert Friday, June 21st at 6:30. Admission is free. A love offering will be taken. Green Grove is located at 33 Green Road in Providence. For more information, contact Brother Wesley Curtis, 270-625-3512.
Pastor Lynn Williams and congregation invite you to come home this Sunday to Homecoming 2019 at Sugar Creek Missionary Baptist Church, featuring special guest speaker, former Pastor Dale Ford, live music, potluck-style dinner to follow. The annual love offering to cover the upkeep cost for the Sugar Creek Cemetery will be taken as well.
First Baptist Church Clothing Room will be open the fourth Tuesday of every month from 8:30 to 10:30. The next opening, June 25th, there'll be a large selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Please use the K Street entrance door. First Baptist Church is located at 300 West Main Street in Princeton.
Well, get ready for Barn Bash. Now that's featuring Quiva, Blaine Howard, and special guest Cassidy Knight, Friday, June 28th at 7 p.m. at the Western Kentucky State Fair in the Convention Center. Doors open at 6:30 with showtime at 7:30. The concert is free with your paid gate admission. Includes door prizes, surprises throughout the night. Donations received during the concert will benefit Pennaroyal Hospice, living to the fullest.
Big Hearts Farms Vacation Bible School coming to Unity Baptist Church in Fredonia, June 26th through the 28th, 6 to 8:30. Transportation available. For more information, call 270-350-6957.
Summer Bible School is in full swing. Hopewell Baptist Church in Katawa, June 17th through the 21st, 6 to 8 p.m.
And Calvary Baptist in Princeton, July 8th through the 11th. And we'll update you on complete Vacation Bible School schedule on the community calendar on WPKY.
Hepatitis A has been getting a lot of publicity recently, but did you know that you can do something about your health protection against it? Protect yourself from hepatitis A and stop by Community Medical Clinic in Princeton, Hopkinsville, or Oak Grove for your hepatitis A vaccine shot today. Community Medical Clinic is committed to not only taking care of you when you're ill, but also in keeping you and your family healthy and strong throughout the year. To learn more, call them today at 270-365-0227 to make an appointment. Walk-ins are also welcome.
Treasures Remembered Florist and Greenhouse, serving families in good times and bad times. They offer fresh bouquets and sympathy arrangements, custom wreaths and silk arrangements. They have a wonderful selection of gifts, sympathy items, unique wall art, frames and framed prints, birdhouses, candles, wind chimes, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 8:30 to noon. Treasures Remembered Florist and Greenhouse, 600 West Locust Street, Princeton, serving Princeton and Caldwell County for over 100 years.
Have you seen the new Big John's barbecue food truck? It's kind of hard to miss. It's big and it's green. John and Crystal are so excited to continue to grow. John just completed the University of Tennessee Good Science Department certification, committed to serve you with delicious, safe food. And they were voted best food truck in the best of Western Kentucky, too. Big John's Barbecue, open Thursday through Saturday on South Jefferson Street. Lunch delivery available. Get details on Facebook. Big John's Barbecue.
1580 103.3 WPKY 814 with Tess and Ty and Mr. Nate. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Well, we're doing fantastic.
Great to see you.
I tell you, it's great to see you all. I really appreciate all you all do for our community. It's absolutely outstanding. I just want to give a shout out to WPKY for their live streaming of our graduations. First year for me as a superintendent here, but that turned out outstanding. I mean, in the church, I want to shout out for the First Baptist Church for opening their doors, our Life Center, to open that for overflow for our graduation folks. And it turned out superb. And we're going to do it again next year.
Oh, good.
It just gives us an opportunity for kids and people that are out of state that can watch it. And the board members told me last night that our board chair, Tim Kennedy, said that he got a chance to go back and look at it. And what a great opportunity to see the kids' faces when they receive their diploma.
Right. It actually creates a keepsake
it's an archive, basically.
And what I like to do is I'm going to try to get some USBs. I don't know if I can talk with Miss Beth to put that graduation on a USB and give it to all the graduating seniors as a graduating gift.
I think that's wonderful. Of course, John Miller, we need to say very good job to him. He worked hard on that.
He certainly did.
Well, I'm telling you, it was first class. You guys did a great job, and I deeply appreciate your support there.
Oh, we appreciate it. I had fun. I was there.
Yeah,
I was there boo-hooing.
You were boo-hooing?
Boo-hooing.
Did you have a graduate?
Well, I had someone that I this close to me. I call her my peanut. She, Miss Audrey, is basically like a daughter to me, and she graduated.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were upset about the 8 tickets that we decided to give, and we did that for numbers. And I'm all about safety. I'd hate to see anybody get hurt if we had a situation where we had to rush out of a building for whatever reason, and somebody got trampled because we had too many people in a location that made it unsafe. We didn't turn anybody away. We had about 1,540 folks in the gymnasium.
Good crowd, a really
good crowd. We put 80 extra seats on the floor to take care of the employees' kids that they could sit there on the floor. They had, we have a lot invested when the employees are working every day in the school system. So we try to make sure we had seats on the floor for them, and also for some of the older folks that couldn't get up to the stands.
Well, I really did. I thought that the live stream was wonderful. We ended up watching one of my oldest graduated college in Kansas a couple of months back, and we got to see that, on the live feed. And I thought that was wonderful especially for a lot of out-of-state family like us. That makes it just great. So I thought that was a great idea.
It's going to be a year in, year out thing for Caldwell County as long as I'm here and having WPKY there. It's outstanding. We had a great board meeting last night. They have a capstone program that all new superintendents have to go through. I finished up the capstone brief last night and talked with the board about what we've done this year in the school district and within the community. It's been a fantastic year, and I can't thank the board enough for their support, what they've given me this year. It's truly outstanding. And my office staff, bar none. I mean, they take great care of me. And the employees that we have throughout the school district, the custodians, the bus drivers, teachers, everybody has done a super job.
I will say, anytime that I ever call that office, I get I've got kids in the system. I'm up there. Oh, that sounded horrible, didn't it? I have kids in the school system. How about that? Yeah. Right up here in Caldwell. But and I think you guys do an excellent job of that. I really do.
Well, it's a community, and it's a valuable part. The largest employer of the county, basically, is our Caldwell County school systems. But how wonderful it is. People think, well, it's summertime, not a lot going on, but
this is when we're rolling up our sleeve and we're
stuff.
cleaning schools, we're cleaning carpets, we're waxing floors, we're painting walls, we're inspecting all our buses. We have a grant writer. The board approved a grant writer last year. And as of to date, we have $64,000 of grants that we've received for our school system because we hired her. And what a great return for our investment. And we put in for a $500,000 COP grant, which is a security grant for safety. And so that's in. And we found out last night we're in the finalist for a $25,000 grant for STEM. And that's going to be an outstanding opportunity for our kids.
And that's truly an art form for someone to write a grant. I mean, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, you're right. She is super. And I've got some grants here I just wanted to talk about and let the folks know what we've got going on. We've got a grant in for a new security camera system for the school district. We've got a grant in for football lights. We have grant in. We have approved grant for science supplies for Chem Lab for the elementary school. We have an approved $5,000 grant for Mindy Heron at the primary school for Chromebooks. We have art supplies for Nancy Cooper at the elementary school. We got $1,000 from Walmart for that. We got PD for Ronnie Martin's elementary school teachers for mathematics PD training, $200 per teacher. We had 9 teachers attend that training. We had an $1,800 grant, free PD for that. Professional development, Learn Next, we got a $10,000 grant for that. And the district-wide subscription, the value is $35,000. So we got $10,000 already for that.
Wow.
Grab and Go food cart for Mr. Brown for the cafeterias, and that was a $5,000 grant. We've received that. Science supplies for Melinda Smith from Lowe's, a $5,000 grant. We received that one. New PE equipment for Brian Wynn and Troy Nichols, $1,000 times 3 years. For both of those PE programs. We put in for a pour-in-place playground grant. We've got the rubber chips out there now, but it's awful dirty for the kids. They come in, their clothes are dirty. It's just not real clean.
Right.
We want to make it safe and we want to make it clean.
And as a mama, we thank you, by the way.
And that's and the amount for the elementary school is $60,420, and for the primary school is $113,400. That's what we've got in. And we're waiting to see if we've been awarded that grant or not.
Are these federal, state grants all across the board?
They're all across the board.
Okay.
And then the STEM supplies for Kelly Stevens, we did get a $5,000 from Lowe's grant for that. It was awarded May of 2019. A gifted talented events, curriculum and materials, Lisa Trimble, district-wide. We've got $9,983 awarded to date for that activity for our kids. Tutoring summer program, Maria Gray and the Community Disciples. We put in for a $10,000 grant there. We won't hear until August 19th. More PE equipment for Mr. Nichols. We'll hear sometime here this month, hopefully. And
that's fantastic.
And the total right now to date is $62,752.
Wow.
That our districts received because the board had the great insight of approving this grant writer, and her pay $16,000.
I couldn't do it. I mean, I think
phenomenal.
I'm fairly creative, but I there's no way.
Have you seen an increase? There was a time when a lot of grant funding dried up, and do you see it as a combination of hiring a grant writer, and then now some of these grant funds, do you see more and more grant funds becoming more available to us?
I think they're coming more available to us in the education, at federal level and state level, are looking for ways to fund activities for our kids because there's not enough tax dollars to meet everything. And, of course, our taxes are not where we need them to be either in Caldwell County. We'd like to have a higher tax rate, but I know people are saying we don't need to pay more taxes. But our tax rate is so low, we don't have another opportunity to give more activities for kids. This gives us activities for kids that we wouldn't be able to afford.
Well, I heard the Chromebooks.
We're almost
Mindy Heron's
1-to-1
class.
across our school district.
I was thinking you've almost got a
We've
Chromebook.
almost got a Chromebook for every kid.
Wow.
And that is outstanding. Lee Proud does a
She's
super
done a
job
fantastic
for
job
our
with that.
technology department.
That's an accomplishment
Yeah.
right there. And you're talking about PE equipment. Those things are not cheap. I mean, they're
Nothing's cheap.
very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it costs us. I mean, textbooks, for example. When I came here this year, I found out that our social studies textbooks in the elementary school were were dilapidated, they're torn up. We had chapters missing. I said, how can a kid learn from a book that's got a chapter missing? So I went to the board, and the board approved us to buy new textbooks for the elementary school, social studies. So we got all brand new textbooks for social studies
Fantastic.
this year. It was like Christmas when we took the books to them.
Oh, I bet.
Kids were outstanding. They could actually read the whole chapter instead of having to borrow a book from another student.
Well, and I did mention about the dirty shoes a while ago about the playground. I said the mamas will thank you.
Yeah.
But, to be honest, kudos to them because, there's a large special needs community that actually, has those classes and uses those playgrounds up there at school. And that's something, all joking aside, we do really appreciate that. And that's something that we do have the facilities for.
Yeah.
And did any of those types of things come through grants as well? Is that how a lot of that gets funded?
No. We've got, like I said, the Pour in Place playground. We've got to fund 25% of it.
Okay.
So that's $60,000 for the elementary school playground. That's 75%. So we'd have to maintain the other 25%. But the board would not have a problem. And I'm speaking for them. And I don't do that normally, but I would say that they wouldn't have a problem paying the 25% if we can get the federal government or a grant to pay the 75% for the safety of our kids.
Well, that's fantastic.
I mean, we put brand new cameras in the high school. I mean, we've got state of the art. We got 32 cameras in the high school so we can see what's going on and be sure it's safe for our kids. We put full length cameras in every building so we can see the full body instead of the head, because last year when I came here, all they had was the headshot.
Right.
You can't see if somebody's carrying something that may be upset for whatever reason what's coming to our school building.
Well, and safety is first and foremost on the parents' mind and the grandparents and that sort of thing.
You shouldn't have to worry about dropping your kid off at school whether they're going to have a safe day or not. And that's a top priority for us.
I love hearing you say that. I really do.
And Caldwell County schools have made great strides in that area as well at all the schools. So
all 4 schools have been inspected by the Kentucky Center for School Safety. We got plans to look at to try to improve our entrances for vestibules, and we're looking at that to try to when we find money, and we may be able to find a grant money. That security grant that we put up earlier could possibly pay for that. So I mean, we're doing everything we can to uncover dollars to help our school district, and the bottom line is to educate our kids.
Oh, what can our community do? As far as we talk a lot about the grants and the grant writing.
How can we help?
How can our community get involved in educating our kids?
Well, the number one thing I think that you should do with your child is to take 25 minutes a day and read with them. The background in that activity shows that if a parent takes the time to read 25 minutes with their children, their chances of going to college and exceeding on the chart puts them in the 90th percentile for the nation. Just 25 minutes a day.
Wow, that doesn't seem like
much. That's a small investment for a great return for your kids.
We spend a lot of girls spend a lot more time than that brushing their hair.
They spend a lot more time on the telephone.
Definitely.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but thanks for bringing it up.
I'm sorry. Girls, I'm talking about everybody.
No, you're
right.
Me
The
included,
schools,
I spend too much time on this telephone.
They did a wonderful job this year at opening the library. Speaking of reading, that was something that the middle school to primary school and the elementary school here has already done once. They're going to be doing it again coming up. That's opening up the libraries for a whole day, and then the Hope and Cope Center has actually gotten an activity for the day.
They do a super job. The Hope and Cope Centers do.
Well, in the middle school students, from what I understand with that, they can actually go ahead and start in on their credit for their reading program for the for the next year and actually get a head start on that.
That's and again, when parents read with their kids 25 minutes a night, that helps some of these kids that kind of fall and lose ground in the educational environment because they're not working on it during the summertime. So they have to play catch up in the next school year, where the other kids that do read advance a lot faster.
My son's one of them. He's not fond of reading. He's a lot more fond of football than he is.
Tell him that
reading.
Football won't more likely won't pay for his bills.
If Coach K brings it to practice, he might read it.
He might.
Maybe that's what I need to get him to do.
Maybe you do. Say 25
scribble some
minutes
football
reading.
plays on
That's
there.
right.
We're going to read 25 minutes before practice starts.
There we go. I'm sorry, Coach K. I just got you really in trouble. But we sure appreciate all that you do and those grant writings. And we did see, did you get all of the bus drivers that you needed?
No, we still need bus drivers. So if you would like to have a great job that pays benefits, health benefits, and a good salary for 4 hours of work a day, Call the school district at 270-365-8000. Leave a message for Jimmy Dyer. He's on vacation right now with a mission trip with his church, I believe, and he'll be more than glad to get back with you. But you can go online and fill out the application online at caldwell.kyschools.us.
Can't get easier than that. You don't even have to leave the house.
You don't even have to leave the house, and then we'll call you.
How about that?
That's a great job, too. And it's a very, very important job to make sure our kids get to and from school safely. So
that's our number one priority.
Well, we sure do appreciate you coming in this morning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to talk about our school system and what a great place it is.
Hey, it's my kids. I get to talk about the kids.
Your kids
I'm
are our
good.
Future.
our kids, what a school system we have, a great board, great administrators, and a really great superintendent.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure, guys. You all have a great day. God bless you.
You too. Thanks so much. Tess and Ty at 8:28. Of course, the Caldwell County Superintendent, Mr. Nate, we sure do appreciate him coming in and letting us know about everything. And hey, again, school bus drivers. Yeah. I've got, mine has a gray hair for every child that was on.
Yes, I guarantee that's
Poor
the
Mr.
truth.
Baker. It's 8:28. Stick around. We're going to change gears, and we've got Pastor Lester up next here at WPKY.
Lowe's knows you'll do it right to find savings where you can because you work too hard for your money not to. We do it right too with everyday deals and more so you can get more done around your home for less. Deals like a $60 savings on a DeWalt 20-volt Max brushless cordless drill for just $99. Or pick up a Blue Rhino 3-burner stainless steel gas grill, also for $99. Whatever's on your to-do list, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offer valid through 6/19. See store for details, U.S. only.
Academy Award winner Kevin Costner stars in Paramount Network's Yellowstone.
All the angels are gone, son. There's only devils left.
Season 2 of cable's #1 new drama premieres tomorrow at 10.
The walls are closing in on all sides. We're fighting to survive.
Loyalty, morality, not part of the equation.
We're about to find out how big a role you play in this family, son. You understand what I'm asking? Oh, my God.
Yellowstone Season 2 premieres tomorrow at 10/9 Central on the new Paramount Network.
This is Mallory Hancock Lawrence, and we love our Caldwell and Lyon County friends. We invite you to come to Cada's anytime you can to shop with us. We're making it even easier for you. Whether you work in Cada's or just come to town for a visit, stop in and shop with us. But if you're in a hurry, you can pre-order your groceries at Hancock'sNeighborhoodMarket.com. It's so easy and convenient. Of course, we want to see your smiling face anytime we can, but if you're in a hurry, Hancock'sNeighborhoodMarket.com is the way to go. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Cada's.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors & More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors & More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. Quality brands, excellent customer service, combined with 40 years experience is why they say you can walk on our reputation. See Bill and Lucy at Perry's Floors & More, 127 West Market Street, Princeton.
Hey guys, Heidi with Capitol Cinemas, your local Princeton movie theater with your weekday lineup. Cinema 1, Secret Life of Pets 2, rated PG, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. Cinema 2, Men in Black International, PG-13, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. Cinema 3, Dark Phoenix, rated PG-13, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. This week's free movie, June 22nd, is Minions. Next week, June 29th, is Secret Life of Pets 1. This week's free movie star sponsors are Dr. Emery Spradlin, Eye Care Center of Princeton and Marion, Philip and Celeste Sisk, Farless Realty, Dr. Ed and Cecile Settle, Farm Bureau Insurance, Rushing Chiropractor Center, Farmers Bank and Trust, District Judges Jameis Red and Natalie White, First Southern National Bank, Princeton Rotary Club, Fredonia Valley Bank, and Princeton Lumber. Please thank them. Call during showtime hours at 270-365-0200 or visit us at capitolcinemas.net. Thanks for listening. See you at the show.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
1580 103.3 WPKY. And of course, today, you might not need the umbrella for too much longer. Your chance of rain and thunderstorms was mainly this morning, high around 82. Should be turning off to about mostly cloudy this afternoon. Could be a little muggy, though. So I warn you with that one. It might hit you right smack dab in the face as soon as you walk out the door. However, it shouldn't be too bad. Much better than the lightning that we were seeing the other night. And, of course, Coffee Talk is still on the air. And I have Brother Lester with me this morning, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
We were talking about Bible school is what we're talking about. And Ty and I were going over the list of Bible school times and that sort of thing. And, of course, we'll have our full list here in just a few minutes. But Bible school is something that, I went to Bible school as a kid and, of course, taught Bible school when I got older. And you had some interesting numbers on Bible school. I thought you want to share those with us. I thought this was neat.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I think sometimes we kind of miss out on just what Bible school really is and how it functions, how it works. And I was going through some study the other day, and I found some statistics I think pretty interesting, and I did not realize that over the Southern Baptist Convention as a whole, we have like 2.5 million people that enrolls in Bible school every year.
Oh wow!
And along with that, and the purpose of Bible school is reaching people and teaching them the ways in life and teaching them about Jesus. That's what that's what it's about this year. Is we're going in the wild.
Oh, now that sounds fun.
Yeah, and we're having amazing encounters with Jesus this year.
I want to come to your bike. Can I come? Am I too old?
Well, yeah, we'd love to have you.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. And it starts this Saturday.
Now, this is at Donaldson, by the way.
This is at Donaldson, down in Farmersville. And the big city. And,
that's where I live. I love that.
Me too. And it starts this Saturday. That's a little different time, but we've done this before. And we start on Saturday. We'll start with our kickoff for preschool through youth, and we'll have our restoration. We'll have bouncers. We'll have the slides.
Now I really want to come.
Yeah, well, it's going to get better because we're going to have games and food and hot dogs and all
if
that.
There's food, I'm there, Brother Lester.
There you go. But then we'll go into Bible study. But anyway, when we see things like that, and like another thing that kind of startled me was that in reaching people, we had over the convention, we have an average of about 65,000 decisions to accept Christ as their Savior a year. Yeah.
Wow.
And, like 835 people chose to do some type of special work in church, and we wonder why we can't grow Sunday school.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with that, and we think about it, and this statistic showed that Vacation Bible School is one of the best tools that we have to be able to reach people in Sunday school. Like over 19,000 people enrolled in Sunday school because of Vacation Bible School.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we're trying to reach out.
Well, and if you're a little country church, and of course I go to a little country church, and I pick on my crazy Baptist preacher all the time.
Well, you should.
Every chance I get, I pick on Brother Lynn Williams. But, if a lot of these country churches, we struggle some with our numbers and our Sunday school numbers, drop off and that sort of thing. And we're always wondering, how do we get them back?
Right.
And you and I were talking, and during the break just a minute ago. I love having him here. I get to enjoy him even during the commercials. But we were talking about, there's somewhere in between Bible school and being an adult and bringing your child.
That's right.
It falls apart somewhere in there sometimes.
That's right.
And what step are we missing?
I don't know. I think sometimes in all of our teaching, and I say this a lot of times. I told our people the other day, I said, we send our children to school for at least 12 years in their life. And we send them to church, and they stay all day, 5 days a week. We send them to church for a couple of hours a week, and we think this is enough. And we don't have time to teach the values I think that we really need to be teaching. One way is that we have this week that we can teach some Christian values and the importance of being involved in all of the other things in our community. And that's very important. My son played Little League Baseball, and I think we need to be involved in that. But somewhere along the line, we need to teach our children more Christian values so that when they get out on their own, they'll realize that it's important then to continue on in their faith.
And they'll know how to treat other people when they play softball.
Absolutely.
And football.
That's right. It does.
It makes them good human beings.
It is excellent. I have two great grandsons that are playing right now, and that's good.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be
Go
here.
over the times and the date and all that stuff again.
Okay, let me do that. We'll start on this Saturday.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock. Our time will run from 5 till 8, and we'll go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
And we go through the 26th, and we'll be we have the preschool. We have room and space and all where preschool will be involved, all the way through our youth, and we'll be having all parts of study. We're still pretty traditional. We like to do the joint worship service when we go in of an evening.
We do too. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's real good. We still need to say our pledges to our flags.
That's right.
And honor those things. And so that's about the time. Like I told you to begin with, we're doing In the Wild, and this time the entire week is going to be studying about different encounters with Jesus.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be real good.
Well, that sounds really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, do they need to eat before they get there, or
No,
are you going to have?
No, they don't have to eat before they get there. We will be feeding every
Now,
evening.
remind them where you're at too. In
Okay,
Donaldson.
we're in the big city of Farmersville, Donaldson Baptist Church, and one other thing too. If you would like to come and you need a ride, our bus will be running. You need to call me at Brother Lester Watson at 270-350-0448, and we will make sure that you get to Bible school and get back home safely.
Well, that's all you can. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Well, I
think you covered all the bases.
Well, that's good. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do.
Thank you so much for being
well,
here.
Thank you
come
for
back
allowing
and see
me.
us, okay?
We'll be glad to. And thank you.
Thank you. It's Tess and Ty with Coffee Talk 841 this morning. Stick around. Our full forecast is up next. Tess and Ty on PKY.
Lowe's knows you'll do it right to find savings where you can because you work too hard for your money not to. We do it right too with everyday deals and more so you can get more done around your home for less. Deals like a $60 savings on a DeWalt 20-volt max brushless cordless drill for just $99. Or pick up a Blue Rhino 3-burner stainless steel gas grill also for $99. Whatever's on your to-do list, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offer valid through 6/19. See store for details. U.S. only.
Academy Award winner Kevin Costner stars in Paramount Network's Yellowstone.
All the angels are gone, son. There's only devils left.
Season 2 of cable's #1 new drama premieres tomorrow at 10.
The walls are closing in on all sides. We're fighting to survive.
Loyalty, morality, not part of the equation.
We're about to find out how big a role you play in this family, son. You understand what I'm asking? Oh, my God.
Yellowstone Season 2 premieres tomorrow at 10/9 Central on the new Paramount Network.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, showers and thunderstorms likely early this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy this afternoon, high around 82. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, turning mostly cloudy with a low around 67. Don't put the umbrellas up. Showers and thunderstorms likely again tomorrow after lunchtime, high around 83. On Thursday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms before lunchtime, then partly sunny, high around 81. Your chance of rain lasting all weekend long with highs, I hate to even say it, pushing 90. Again, your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast calling for rain this morning, mostly cloudy this afternoon, high around 82. And of course, we're in coffee talk mode this morning, and Mr. Robert Ward is with us. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad to be here with you all today.
Hey, I'll tell you, we've got a lot of, we've of course just had Flag Day the other day, and we've got a lot of really patriotic holidays coming up in a very short amount of time, don't we?
Yes, we do. I've got some of them to talk about, and got about 4 things this morning. I hope I don't run too late and
you don't
sound
run
too
late.
silly.
No, we're glad that you're here.
Well,
we sure appreciate you and all that you do. We really do.
Well, I'm glad to be with you all today. I guess if you want to, we'll get right to it.
Well, you go for it.
All right. Well, just starting out tonight, if you've always wanted to go to the Genealogy Center, they're going to be open tonight starting at 6, and they'll be open till 9 or so. And it's called an Open Research Night, and everybody is welcome. It's at the Glenn Martin Genealogy Center, and it starts at 6 o'clock tonight. That was the first thing I thought, well, that's important. We'll do that.
Right. No, well, when you say open, now explain what that means.
It means that they will, open research means that anybody that wants to come in there and you can research anything. There will be people there to help you with that. If you are someone maybe wanting to get into the DAR, Daughters of American Revolution, the SAR, Sons of American Revolution, the UDC, Daughters of Confederacy, and the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I mean, it's not all confined to that. You can come in and just do your own research for yourself, for your family. And I've always said you don't know where you're going. A lot of times you don't know where you've been.
Oh,
So
I
you
agree
need
with
to
that.
find your connection, your family's connection with this country and this state. And so we like to study our genealogy, and we like to help people get interested in theirs, and that's
You'd
what.
be surprised what you'd find out. Well, now, don't get me wrong. You'd also be surprised what you find out. Sometimes, you might find out more than what you wanted to know about some of them back in the day. But, it's interesting, and it's colorful, and that's where you come from, and be proud of it.
Well, exactly. I mean, there's all kinds of in-laws and outlaws in every family.
Right.
And ain't nobody immune to any of that. And so, anyway, we just...
even Superman had that one cousin,
That's exactly right. I hadn't thought about him. So everybody's got that one cousin or that great outlaw, you might say. Not all of them, thank goodness. But it does help you get a perspective on where you fit in.
Right.
In this experiment we're going through with a Republican form of government.
What if you're like me and you don't have a whole lot of experience with it? You're not used to doing that. And the people that come to this, would they be able to? I mean, will they help you or?
This is tailor-made, I think, for someone who has just wanting to get started in it that doesn't know hardly anything.
Oh, that's me.
All right. There's
Sign me up.
There's that. And then the ones who have been doing this for a while and they just want to come in at a different time. And like I said, they do it. They try to do this open research thing every other month. Now, the Genealogy Society meets every other month in a meeting type thing. But sometimes there's a little time for research there too. But they stay pretty busy. But yeah, this is made for the ones who are just starting out, as well as somebody that's been doing this for a long time.
I always thought it was neat because everybody's got a movie. I mean, everybody has their own movie.
They
You
do,
just have to write it, right?
And here's the thing, who can write your story better than you?
Nobody.
Nobody, because you've seen and
my fish get bigger every time I catch them. I promise you they do.
Exactly. That's good. That's good. I like that. But that's what that's for. And it starts tonight at 6 o'clock at Glenn Martin Genealogy Center, right next to the beautiful Capitol Theater in downtown Princeton.
Well, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much. What else have you got
going on?
That was
number one.
That's just tonight, right?
That's just tonight, yeah. Now, also, this coming Saturday, June 22nd at 2 o'clock, the Captain William Prince chapter of the Sons of American Revolution will hold a memorial dedication for a new stone for Captain William Prince.
Oh.
And the Sons of American Revolution has never done a ceremony for him, and we're named for William Prince. He and his wife basically founded Princeton.
I just started to say, can you tell everybody that doesn't know, just
Yeah.
in case they don't know,
Well,
why that's important?
About 1799 or 98, William Prince came into this country to do a bunch of surveying. He liked what he saw, and he staked claim himself to an area, a huge area, and eventually comes back, builds a house above the big spring about where the old dollar store used to sit, up above the spring. And the old dollar store, in case you don't know, was next to where Ratliff Hardware used to be on the corner. So it's kind of
we can play that game all day.
There you go. It's kind of catty-cornered from the courthouse.
Right.
And when William Prince passed away, his wife donated land to put a city or a town. And I think it was, I want to say 50 acres. My wife will kill me for not knowing this. But anyway, they basically started the town of Princeton.
Okay.
And they called it Prince's Town at first. And Prince was a Revolutionary War veteran. The Sons of American Revolution try to honor all the old veterans from that time, and if they don't have a small stone of some kind, we put one up and we do a dedication. We'll be there'll be flags on display. There'll be a couple of small cannon up there. We've got people coming from, some of them will be here from Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Owensboro, Paducah, just all around in this area, and we do what's called a grave marking. And you'll see us fold a flag. While the flag's being folded, there will be someone explaining what every fold means. Every time they fold a flag, every fold means something.
Okay.
They'll be explaining that while that goes on. And then after we get and we'll fire a 3-volley salute, and the cannon will fire. And then, of course, they'll blow taps, and that part of the ceremony will be over. Then we will go down about 300 yards or so down in the cemetery toward the main gate. There was a fella named Milan Stonebreaker. Now, he was a member down in Texas, and he passed away back about 2015. Well, we also mark members' graves with a small stone, and we're going to do what's called a compatriot grave marking there, and it's short and sweet. The whole program won't last 45 minutes or so.
But it sounds like the whole pomp and circumstance. I mean, it's an interesting thing to watch and to be a part of.
Well, that's what we want to pique interest in Sons of American Revolution, and our chapter meets every third Thursday.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock. And I should know that. I'm supposed to be the president. But anyway, I got a good bunch of core group of guys, and we're just getting this thing going. And we're looking for members. And we would, encourage anyone interested or remotely interested. And you don't have to know your genealogy right away. That we have people there to help you with that. As a matter of fact, I had to have help with it, and my wife pretty much knew a lot of it, which helped the registrar, and that's the person that does the genealogical research and checks over what you turn in. And then if you qualify, then you can come on in and be part of us. And you can help with the grave markings, or if that's not your thing, you can be a member and be proud of the fact that you had a Revolutionary War ancestor.
Okay.
So that's.
Now, what phone number would they call for information?
Okay,
about
for
that?
information, I'll give them my phone number, which is 270. I don't mind. 625-3544. I don't call myself, so I have to think about that.
Well, I don't call me very often.
But if they need information, they can call me. I'm going to say right up till about 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
But when you get to the cemetery,
that is 1 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Not 1 a.m. 1 p.m.
I'm trying to keep your wife from killing you this week, Mr.
Thank you.
Ward.
You know what? I have a whole group of people that's done that for years.
Trying to look out for you.
Yeah, that's good. That's the reason she lets me live in the house sometimes.
There you go.
But that's this coming Saturday, June 22nd at 2 o'clock.
Well, you are a busy man.
Well, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Here we go.
Now, we're about to do, as you all know, 4th of July is coming up here in a couple of weeks. Quicker than we think.
I'm seeing the fireworks stands and everything going up.
The signs are out there. That's right. Okay, well, we're going to have our annual reading of the Declaration of Independence, and I put and bell ringing, Thursday morning, 10 a.m., July 4th. It's going to be held at Planters Park next to City Hall. You bring your own chair if you want to. It only lasts 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And this is going to be sponsored as usual, with an addition this year, sponsored as usual by Caldwell County Historical Society, Caldwell County Genealogy Society, United Daughters Confederacy, Sons of Confederate Veterans, and this year, Captain William Prince, chapter of the SAR. Now, we will be there. Representatives from each one will be reading a section of the Declaration of Independence, and after that, then everybody's got a chance to want to come by and ring a bell, then we'll do that too. And that's something I would love to tell you how many years it's been, but we couldn't remember for sure. I know it has been at least 7 years that we've been doing this.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a great tradition.
I kind of think so. It's something that we started a few years ago, and remember that song, I Get By with a Little Help from My
there
Friends?
You go. Uh-huh.
All these people, when I said something about it, all these people said, oh, we got to do this. We need to do this. And so every year, we're still doing this.
Well, anybody that went through Roy Jean Rogers' class ought to know all about it.
Well, that's true. But, sadly, the ones that are doing this ain't the ones doing that. I used to be a rural mail carrier.
Oh, there we
go. You got a lot
of
of time to think when you're out there.
I see.
And so
yes.
I came up with the idea one year. I thought, people are doing that here, there, and yonder all over the country. This would be a good thing for Princeton, I think.
It would.
And to call attention to the purpose for the 4th of July. Now, we made it intentionally. We made it early enough that you can run to the lake or do whatever. Thank God some soldier, that's right, but thank God some soldier paid the price for, and civilians too during the Revolutionary War, paid the price for us to be able to do what we do today. And I think that it's just pretty sad when you can't get a turnout on these things. Now, when we threw it out there the first year, we thought, okay, I just told my wife, I'm going to do it if I'm the only one there. It does not matter. Well, everybody else that helps us with this, they feel the same way. So far, we get sometimes 45, 50, 60 people there.
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people haven't heard the whole thing. Well, that's something that you've heard bits and pieces of, or maybe you weren't paying attention in government class. But, some people have never, to hear it read aloud is actually, it'll get you right in the feels. That's what it'll do.
Exactly. And that's why I thought, I was like you just see it. I was thinking, well, I've never read the thing myself. Not all of it. I know bits and parts, but I didn't know
we
it
like
all.
To quote it when
yes,
it's convenient.
Yes, we do,
don't we?
but we need to. Yeah, when we need to, we will. But that was what I got to thinking when I thought we need to do this.
Right.
And so that spawned this idea of what we're doing now.
Well, I think that's fantastic. What else you doing?
All right. Well, now remember, Declaration of Independence and bell ringing will be Thursday morning, 10 a.m., Planters Park, July 4th.
That
And
sounds
come
good
on
to
out
me.
and come on out.
And of course,
join
we'll
us.
have these on the community calendar as well to remind everybody.
Yeah, Ty just talked me into coming back, and I do a little town crier type thing.
He
and they're
twisted
gonna be,
your arm, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he sure did.
right, he's just broke it.
It just put near. I won't be able to ring bell this year. I have to hire somebody to do that. But no, anyway, we'll be doing there'll be an advertisement for it
I
going
think
out
that's
there,
wonderful.
so that everybody try to make everybody aware of it.
Oh, that's good.
This is kind of what we do. And last but not least, this is a little shout out to the 4-H people.
Oh, here we go, Rhonda.
I've been helping. Yeah, Miss Rhonda's helping me too a lot. I started helping a year or so ago with a thing they've started called Early American Heritage Project.
Okay.
Okay, back in March, I want to say March or April. I lose track of time. Anyway, back in March, we had a meeting over, it was in March. We had a meeting over at Dawson at the 4-H camp, and we dressed in the period style of the Revolutionary War and the French and Indian War era. And the kids came out, the ones that were signed up for it were interested, came out and they got to do some things with us and watch the demonstrations and this kind of thing. And so anyway, this idea started over in Crittenden County. Friends of mine, Adam Barnes, he's the county agent in Livingston. He and his wife Leslie, she works at Crittenden County. They've kind of wanted to do this, and when I heard about it, Rhonda heard about it, she thought of me right away and gave me a shout and said, you might want to look into this. And when she told me who was doing it, I thought, oh, wow, because I've been friends with Adam for probably 20 years or more.
Oh, okay.
And we used to do Civil War together.
Oh, there you go.
And then Adam kind of got out
There's
of it.
another day right there.
Oh, yeah. I'm into all this stuff. But anyway, we are getting together a group that wants to learn skills from that era. They can do a project, they can make things, they can do some of the things that the 4-H does and give the little talks on what they do in demonstrations.
Oh,
they can
wow.
do that too. But as aside from that, it'll kind of be, they can kind of get in on a little bit of reenacting too, if that's what we want them to do. But the whole thing is in order to help preserve history, help interest kids in history, and teach them some of the ways that have kind of gone by the wayside. People used to know this stuff,
right,
and they don't anymore. And you know, even if that skill you learn, you only use it once in your life, it was worth the time you took to use it and to learn it. And we just encourage all the kids that have seen it, and some that may not have but think they might be interested in it. Rhonda will be sending out a letter, and we're going to call us a meeting down here in July. And if you need any information on that, you can call Rhonda at the 4-H office, and her number is 270-365-2787. Or if you want to, you can call me too. I don't mind it a bit. 270, again, 625-3544. And leave a message if you don't get me, because I will call you back.
I think that's going to be fun. It's like a real life Expedition Unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be kind of neat.
Well, I've enjoyed reenacting for a whole lot of years, and it's just kind of, when you get older, you just can't do as much as you used to. But
right.
This Early American Heritage Project that I help with, they kind of allow me to kind of do my own thing. But I ended up sometimes chopping wood, but that's just part of it. And so they gotta have helpers, and you gotta have people that kind of know a little bit about the era and that kind of thing, so that you can teach the kids. The kids want to learn this if they get a chance.
It brings history alive for them.
Yes, it very much brings it alive. I mean, they don't realize, and I will defend the teachers in school. They ain't got time to do all this.
Right.
And therefore, a lot of our history ends up falling by the wayside, and nobody seems to learn it, which is a sad thing.
Well, back in the old days, that's what Grandma and Grandpa did, and a lot of them, when they were sitting around the dinner table or on the weekends when they were walking around or hiking or whatever, that's what they did, is they talked about the good old days.
Yep, exactly. And that ties right back into genealogy. And a lot of times you sit around and listen to your grandparents or your uncles and aunts, and they'll talk about who's kin to who and this kind of thing. And kids hear more of that than you think they do.
Right.
But we have kind of lost, we as Americans have kind of lost that art, if you will, of sitting around talking about things on Sunday afternoon, maybe hulling peas and listening to everybody. And the kids have lost that. And
my kids love listening to Grandpa, to their papa. They listen to him, and even my mom too. I mean, they love to listen to the stories from back in the day. My son could sit and listen to his papa for hours on end, talk about things like that.
Yeah, he probably likes history.
Oh yes, he does. He does. He's a National Geographic nut like his mom. Yeah. And we're always on an adventure somewhere, whether it's Alaska or we're off on in a foreign country chasing treasure or something. Yeah. We're always on an adventure.
Well, you that's the thing. If you can run here, there, and yonder and do this is one thing.
Oh no, we're not going.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. But there's so much to do here local. And then if you going back, tying the genealogy and all this into all the 4-H does. I think it's a good thing for the kids.
Well, last year on spring break, actually, my mom and dad, we had gone out of town, and my mom and dad took the kids down to LBL for the day.
Yeah,
and did trip. What we used to do when I was a kid. They would hit a lot of the Civil War monuments or that sort of thing, and just hit a whole bunch of them all in one day. Kind of took the grand tour. And my kids, they still talk about that. Hey, that was so much fun that day, and they loved it. Yeah. And there wasn't a theme park in sight.
No, exactly.
How about that?
That's a good thing right there. And one of the better things I think to advertise for LBL is the home place.
Oh, I love it.
Now they have 1850s stuff, which is really not that much advanced from the 1770s that we're going to be working with the kids on the 4-H project. It's really not that much different.
Well, if you went on Sorghum Day when I was a kid, it was a win-win.
Oh, you got that right. I love sorghum.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and you're going to come back because Ty twisted your arm and nearly broke it clean through, and so he's going to be coming back. But we sure do appreciate you being with us this morning.
I appreciate you all allowing us to have the time to advertise these events. And one more time, real quick.
Hey, get it.
Tonight, genealogy at 6:00. Saturday, the grave marking of William Prince up in Cedar Hill, and it's at 2:00, June 22nd. And then don't forget Declaration of Independence and bell ringing Thursday morning, 10 a.m., July 4th at Planters Park. And keep in mind our American Heritage Project, and as we get this thing going, they're doing really well over in Crittenden County. They have six or eight people that are involved.
Well,
with
anything
this,
they do, we can do better.
Thing of it is what we've about. I'd like to say that too, but I will tell you this.
I bleed blue and gold.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me too. But we'll probably kind of keep it. All the area 4-H clubs together.
Right.
We'll probably keep it together because we expect a small number.
Right.
But it's a place to start.
There you
go. And I'm really looking forward to it. I know we've got 3 or 4 young gentlemen that are really interested in this, and if I don't get it going here, it doesn't matter. They're going to join that one over yonder because we're all going to be a part of that.
That sounds wonderful.
Anyway,
Thank you.
I hope Miss Rhonda, if you're listening, I hope I didn't mess up too bad. If I did, we'll fix it.
Well, thank you so much, and we sure appreciate it. You come back and let us know how this stuff is progressing along, would you?
Well, I will. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Of course, your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast calling for thunderstorms this afternoon to be kind of going away. The longer we go in the day, the more clear. I'm actually seeing sunshine and less clouds throughout the morning this morning, so that's going to be fantastic. High around 82 tonight. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 67 tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms again after lunch, high near 83. Of course, your chance of rain is going to last all weekend long with highs pushing around 90. Again, your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast calling for rain this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy, high around 82. Stick around. Audrey Lamb is going to be around with your news, so you can get caught up on that. Of course, you're going to get caught up on sports with Mr. Todd Griffin and your full forecast once again on 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by